So many times people are wondering, is my narcissist a cheater? Well, a lot of people ask, do all narcissists cheat? Is that something that we see happen in every single aspect? And you might be wondering because of how you've been treated, because of the people that have been in your life consistently. You're kind of like, maybe this person is always going to cheat, is always going to consistently be this way. A lot of times, what we see is narcissists will consistently cheat. Did this happen to you? Is this something that you saw on a day-to-day basis where the narcissist in your life was consistently cheating? And sometimes people are like, "No, he didn't cheat at all. Like he wasn't going to cheat. Like I never found any evidence, so it couldn't have been that he cheated." Well, a lot of times a narcissist will hide multiple ways that they're going to do it, and as they start to figure out that you're figuring out pieces of it, they'll hide even more. Like everything that you see, you'll see a narcissist cheat you out of something, whether that's cheating on you with another person or cheating you out of your hopes and dreams. You'll still see this happen. Like if you've been with a toxic person, if you've been with a narcissist, like these people cheat. Now, how do I know this? Because my name is Ben Taylor and I'm a narcissist as well. I'm on this channel to help people understand about narcissistic abuse, like what I have done in the past that has destroyed relationships. So, coming out of all the stuff that I've come out of and being able to say, hey, this is who I am, this is what I've done. Okay. So, give you a little bit of background about me. I got to a place where I was like in a cycle consistently, all going from one person to the next person to the next person, thinking in my mind, maybe this will get fixed if I get married. Maybe I won't have any cheating tendencies. Maybe I won't feel that way anymore. Right. Like I wouldn't be going from one person to another person. Maybe I could actually stick and it would actually work. And so I got into the relationship. And about a year after into the relationship, then I started cheating. Started getting involved with someone else, then someone else, then someone else. And it ended up being this habitual thing that kept happening almost to the place where I thought I was cursed. Like I thought that something was wrong with me. I thought that I was broken. Like I thought like this is just how life is going to be. I'm going to get with someone, it's going to go this way, it's going to fall apart, and then I'm going to get with someone else. Like maybe this is just the price I have to pay. This is just how my life's going to go. That's how I felt many times. But I didn't want to actually acknowledge that it was my fault. It's like you probably have a toxic person in your life and he's been cheating on you, but he's not willing to actually admit it, to actually say the truth of what's going on. I didn't want to admit it. Like throughout our entire relationship, I was at the place where I would never say I was wrong. Wouldn't hit my vocabulary. Like, I physically felt like I couldn't actually even say it because I didn't want to actually admit that I was wrong. So I just continued to lie, sedate, hide, continue to gaslight and move on to the next person. All the while trying to play in my mind the victim strategy that I'm loyal to these people, that I'm loyal to these different people that I'm cheating with on my wife, that I'm loyal to them and they keep leaving me. So it's not my fault, it's their fault. Like all these lies. Okay. And this is what you have. You have a narcissist that is used to lying and gaslighting themselves over and over and over again. Well, I've got a whole story on YouTube, a whole bunch of different things about kind of like my awakening, kind of like step by step progression. But really, it boils down to this aspect of getting to the place of confronting the lies that I believe. I had multiple lies that I was in love with all these people, that I still cared about my wife when I wasn't demonstrating it, that I still like was in love with multiple people, saying like, "Oh, this is just how it is," when it wasn't. I kept lying to myself. This is the part that you're gonna see time and time again in narcissistic relationships, them lying to themselves so much that they seem to believe it, and you're, like, scratching your head, you're like, "Wait a second, like, they believe it, maybe I'm the crazy one, maybe I'm the one that's confused," and you start to get overwhelmed and start to be like, "Well, I don't have any proof, I don't have any data, I don't have anything that actually shows me 100% that they have been cheating or that they haven't been cheating, so maybe I should," and you're left kinda confused what to actually do, okay? Are you guys at this place now? You're overwhelmed, you're confused. Maybe you're at the place where you don't even have the data, where you're like, "I think he's cheating on me, but I don't actually know." At the end of the day, I want you to question your relationship of how it actually is, how it's showing up, what's actually going on a day-to-day basis. Because otherwise, you'll start to believe the lie that this person actually cares about you when they actually don't. Did your wife believe you? She believed me when I was lying. She knew something was wrong, but she wasn't at a place of like getting the truth. She couldn't get the truth out of me, so she kept going through the motions, thinking that maybe it'd get better, and it never did. until she finally left. And when she left, that's when she was able to start breaking the trauma bond. That's how we actually teach people now that like going through and breaking the trauma bond has to happen. Otherwise, you'll stay stuck. There was times that even after the affairs and after she knew about it, she would even defend me to other people because the trauma bond was so ingrained. You might find yourself defending yourself multiple times about multiple things about a toxic person to people that doesn't even matter. This is how like the brain gets so messed with time and time again when you're in a toxic relationship. Okay. You know what the difference would be between narcissistic and sociopathic tendencies? They're very, very similar. Think of a sociopath being like the next level up. Okay, like they're going to continue moving forward in how they're being abusive. A lot of times you see more tendencies to break the rules, more tendencies to not even care about any type of rules, regulation, laws, anything like that. Like it just gets worse. Okay, think of it this way: it's on a sliding scale. So you have narcissist, then you have sociopath, then you have psychopath. So all psychopaths are narcissists. Not all narcissists are psychopaths. Think of it that way. Okay, like, yeah, you had screenshots and you said it's not what it looks like. Took evidence and left no contact over here. And that's awesome. Because like for those of you that don't get the screenshots, for those of you that don't catch the person cheating on you, like that don't get this type of closure, you need to be able to go off of like what has actually been demonstrated. Like what have you actually seen in the relationship? Because otherwise you'll start to believe a different alternate reality. You'll start to believe the version that the narcissist has been telling you. That's what I did. I told a bunch of lies. I believed a bunch of lies and I told a bunch of lies. I wanted to say, this is what it is when I was just a liar, when I just wasn't truthful. The person in your life either cheating on you or you have this feeling, this like gut instinct of like, I think they're cheating on me, but I don't actually know. I don't actually have the proof. At the end of the day, what are you actually seeing as them demonstrating on a daily basis? Why is it when you leave, they make it your fault and you're the one that caused some problems? Because for a narcissist, it can't be my fault. All right, so think of it this way. When my wife was getting ready to leave, I wanted her to leave so it wouldn't be my fault. Like I wanted her to be the one that walked out the door because then it wasn't on me in my mind. Okay, this is how I'm twisting it. Trying to give you like backseat idea to narcissist mind. So like the idea was like if she leaves, then I can blame it on her. Then it's not my fault. She's the one that gave up. She's the one that left. She's the one that left me. And so a narcissist wants to be able to pin it on someone else. I don't wanna feel the guilt, I don't wanna feel ashamed, like, it have to be somewhere else. That's the whole aspect. A narcissist oftentimes wants you to leave. They want you to leave so that they don't look bad in getting out of the relationship and going on to the next person. Maybe you're like, "I don't know if he's cheating or not, but he's got all these contacts, he's got all these people." Yeah, odds are there's a lot of other things going on that you don't actually know about. Sometimes people are like, "Well, he's not on social media, so how could he be cheating?" And all of a sudden they find out later and they have multiple social media accounts, multiple accounts hidden from you, hidden and still cheating. We see this time and time and time again. People are like, "How are you so emphatic about cheating?" Well, because I was a cheater. Like I was a person who did this. And so like you need to understand what you see in the relationship. It's very important to see what is actually being demonstrated. What is being shown on a daily basis? Otherwise, you will sell yourself a lie and you will stay in a relationship for a long period of time.